Welcome to the summary of the session on 17 December on the Thursday, together with our colleagues Simon Peck and Mark Blanchard and Solo, where we were showing in a short session what is new in OpenRoot Designer Release 3. Where we started is basically what is new, because there is so much in this version. When you check the help content, and you type it in, there's this what's new, and there's almost for 1 year of development in this version. So that it's massive. We will pick a few highlights here. Basically, drone production is really big. Drainage and utilities has also a lot of improvements and new tools. Terrain has some interesting tools, so that's what we were trying to show you. So the first one might be interesting. If you go to terrain, you've got the topo import. So different options. Esri, you need a login with Esri. The other ones are free available. So it's going to create a terrain model for you based on open source. And if you want to attach the background, like always, you can just turn it on right here. So that's nothing has changed, but it's still something interesting. That's the first one, importing terrain. There's also this option now of iTwin. It's interesting to do design review. You can check it out yourself. We can also do later on a special session on this one, but you can check it out yourself. It's full design review in 2D and 3D and communication. The one which is perhaps the most relevant for the majority of the people is drone production. Drone production is at least enhanced, that it's faster. Like cross-section generation is around 4 times faster now. The interesting one is when I'm doing a like, what you can do is select plan, like a center line, to create plan and profiles and section in one go. So you don't need to select one alignment or one reference element and then process. You can do a pre-selection like here. And then you can select, for instance, the cross-section method. So let me show you an example here. I will do, let's say, every 50 meters. I will create directly a drawing. So what you can do is create a predefined selection, and then it's going to execute all the, do you see it also in the 3D model? It's going to create one set, then it's going to do the next one in one go. So it's a massive one for drone production as well. This will take some time. So now it's coming up with the annotation. You can say I don't want to annotation. So it's going to process. So here you see on the right side all the cross sections has been placed. It's created sheets for us, and it's still processing. But it's a massive improvement. So when you check here the sheets, so all the sheets are there. Depends on the annotation groups which you have assigned. You can always assign it later on, the annotation group, but that's a massive one. So that's the first one. So you can use it for plan and profile, combination of plan and profile if you want, and also the sections. Really good one. So one other nice improvement is the option to downgrade your models. So if you're working with the latest version and another colleague or your client is working with an older version, you can use the civil model option. So before it was named the file checker. Now if you check in your program files folder, OpenRoads, you've got the civil file manager. So the file has been, or the tool has been renamed. So if you double click this one, it's going to open, and here you can downgrade your civil model. So what you have to do, you can also open a folder, and then all the folders which are inside of the all the files which are inside of the folder will be downgraded. So you can select which version you want. There are, I think, 3 versions which you can pick from. So that's a good one. So it's in this folder. The last one which I want to share with you, which we have done also on the Thursday, is in the Subsurface Utilities. So it's called now Drainage and Utilities. There was a request from many users to place a conduit and a node. So the node can be a manhole or a streetlight pole, any kind, with an interval. So now you can place a node with an interval. So if you go back to the properties, so here you can select the offset and the interval. So you can place, let's say, every 50 meters a manhole, for instance. So here it's reading the so you can select it. You can say what is the interval. So you can accept it. You can say where to start, where to end. You will get a preview as well. Do you see on the top view plan? You will see the and here you can also define if it needs to be connected directly with the conduits. So make sure you're selecting, let's say, wet utilities with wet utilities, and then you can just accept. Pick the direction if you want. Let's say it like this, and accept. So now it's going to place the manholes with an interval and connect them with the conduit. You can also think about streetlight poles or any other kind of node, basically, wet or dry utilities. So here it has placed it in the 2D. Let us check in the 3D. It's hard to see with the solids model turned on, so let me turn it into the transparent. So you can see it, and here it is. So here are the the nodes with the conduits. So yeah, a lot of new things. We will talk next time about uniclass, sheet production, and other things which are interested and defined by the input by the group. So please join the next time, and I hope to see you soon again. Bye bye.